Hello all, and welcome to Chreos Gaming. I am starting something new. As you can see, I am going to start a new playthrough of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Yes, I do.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life.
Alright, so this is the third time I have started this. Unfortunately, there were some recording issues, and hopefully I have them worked out, because I don't really want to start this a number of times. So I'm going to play a Dark Elf. I played through Morrowind already. I played through Skyrim twice, then played through Morrowind as a thief, and eventually I want to go through Morrowind and play as a... oh, this is interesting. Huh. Alright. Anyway, and played as a Khajiit. Wait, no, I played a Khajiit thief. I want to go and replay eventually with a mage class, or mage character, and I was going to be a Dunmer for the mage character, and I had the thought I can make a light face. That'll help. I had the thought that I can make a, that's a little too gaunt. That I could make it the same character because, whoa, that is also too gaunt. The Morrowind and Oblivion, as I understand it, are only cheekbones. Then, yeah, it ends up looking too much like a fish. Okay, and then convex versus concave. I do want the concave. Cheeks, gaunt are already. Cheekbones, high. Yes, please. And so, yes, I'm going to make a magic character in this and in that, eventually in that. And so I had the thought they'd just be the same character, basically. Chin, shallow versus deep. We'll go deep. Small versus large. Large doesn't look quite right. But if I want it more pronounced... There we go. Now I just need a big nose. And what I'm doing here is trying to duplicate a troll character, roughly, anyway, from World of Warcraft, because that is basically going to be the, what do you call it, the inspiration for this character. So, which reminds me, I need to change the tone of the skin because I want it a little greener, which, there we go, somewhere in there. Probably that. That works. And then we'll go... Actually, I wonder if blue isn't closer than green was. That looks good. Okay, go with that. And then I just need the appropriate hair, which means I have to find it. There we are. And I'm looking for a ridgeback. Yep. And then trying to figure out how to get it red. There we go. And we've got a red ridgeback.
That's pretty red.
Yes, it is. It's about what I'm after. Okay. Age. Changes more than I was actually expecting. Complexion did the same thing last time. I'll just leave it as that. Okay, so we're done with that. Oh, except I need a name. Okay. Are you sure want to be a dark elf? Yes, I am. Anyway, so moving right along. Okay, to move forward, push W. Push S to move back. To move left, push A. To move right, push D. The mouse turns you. To run, push left, shift. Continue. Okay.
Hey there. You, kinsman. I haven't seen another Dunmer in here, and I don't know how long. Where you from, huh? Vardenfell? You got a wife back home? Tell you what, I'm getting out of here in a couple of weeks. When I get back to Morrowind, I'll look her up. She must be so lonely. Don't you worry, eh? I'll take care of her long after you're dead. Oh, that's right. You're going to die in here. Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
Boris, lock that door behind us.
So kind.
Oh, yeah.
My sons, they're dead, aren't they?
We don't know that, sire. The messenger only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know it.
My job right now is to get you to safety. What's this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
You, prisoner, stand aside. Over by the window. Stay out of the way and you won't get hurt.
They don't
Prisoner,
give you...
stand away from the door. Over by the window now.
No sign of...
Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength.
What's going on?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
Okay. Who are you?
I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
Okay, why am I in jail?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
Okay, what should I do?
You will find your own path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
Please, sire, we must keep moving. Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
Looks like this is
This
your lucky
doesn't
day.
concern you, prisoner.
Stay out of our way.
Okay. So, a few things. One, I'm going to immediately switch my spells. It will go through talking about how each of these things down here work. Basically, your entire character involvement. In Morrowind, you right-clicked, and it brought everything up into a single interface, and the different pieces had different windows. I actually preferred that to this. Here, you hit Tab, and that brings up the interface, and you click different places to have access to different things, and I don't think I like that all that much, unfortunately. However, now I need to follow them, sort of. It will get to a point where things change.
Keep quiet and stay out of the way.
Okay. But while they're doing that, I can be running around looking for stuff, just in case there is lootables. I don't think there is until the first fight that they get into. Oh!
Protect the Emperor!
I forgot that C doesn't ready a spell, C actually casts. That is... oh, bummer. Missed. That is one of the differences between this and Morrowind.
Are you alright, sire? We're clear for now.
Captain Reno?
She's dead. Sorry, sire, but we have to keep moving. Stand aside, prisoner.
Right, so they killed Captain Venom, which means I can... oh, she doesn't have her sword on her. I wonder if that means she dropped it somewhere in combat.
We'll get you out of here.
Okay, nobody has... so I'm not picking them up because they have weight, but no cost. So they are not of value as far as that goes. However, I am trying to check them because they do have healing potions.
I'll take point. Let's move.
You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
Okay. To ready your weapon or fists, push F. To attack, push L button. To block, push R button. Okay. I'm going to pick up her sword. Ow. Ow. And apparently I'm going to do a bad job of... okay. Your magicka is low, and you may not be able to cast spells. Magicka returns slowly on its own, or you can increase it by drinking potions or sleeping. The blue bar at the bottom left displays your current magicka. Yes. Alright, so they had wanted you to fight those rats with melee, but I do not want to. Alright, so gold. I am not going to pick up the Rusty War Axe because I will find other stuff that has a higher cost to weight ratio. There's actually some things that are... oops. To bring up your journal, push tab. You can use this to view your character's attributes, equip armor and weapons, and choose spells. So I probably could turn off tutorial stuff, maybe, I'm not sure. I am specifically trying to play a caster, so I'm going to be focusing on destruction for casting. Alright, club also is minor, torches are free, so sure, why not? Let's see here. Don't care about the quill, do care about the rice. I'm going to be picking up a lot of... that's a positive ratio, so I'll take that. So are these two. Lockpicks I want, torches are free, so sure, why not? Pick up the bow, and it will not. There we go. To use a bow, you'll need to have both the bow and some arrows equipped. Go into your inventory and equip them now. Okay. So into my inventory. Oops. Click on the fist icon at the bottom of the journal to bring up the inventory tab. From here, you can equip armor and weapons by clicking on them. Yes, I know. Okay, so weapons, rusty iron bow, and iron arrow. She has no... this has 0 cost, but I will be able... it's decent damage, so... alright, and then here... if you have a lockpick, you can try to pick most locks. Move the pick upward into a tumbler. When the tumbler reaches the top of the lock, click the left mouse button to secure it in place. Oh! When all the tumblers are at the top, the lock will open. I have been doing this wrong this whole time. I thought clicking the left button was what opened the lock. I didn't realize... okay, I'm gonna have to try that later. Okay. Now you're ready to practice with your bow. The bucket near the well will make a good target. To draw and aim, push L button. Release it when you are ready to fire. Okay. Draw, aim, fire. Nice shot. You can retrieve arrows from the world as well as recovering some of the arrows you fire into enemies. Good to know. And now I can put my weapon away. Did I loot this? Yes, I did loot the rat already. Pick my arrow back up. I've already been over there. So now, here is... leave the club alone. I get chameleon, flashbolt, an iron key, and lockpicks. Door opened with the iron key. So it will default to using keys instead of lockpicking, unfortunately. Now practice casting spells. To cast your selected spell, push C. If you want to change spells, push Tab to bring up your journal again. Okay. Dope. So I'm going to have to get better with my aim for spells, because I am not very good. Alright, so I think I have quite a bit of traveling to do. So that's a positive ratio, that's a positive ratio, that's a positive ratio, that's weak healing, that's a lockpick, and torches are just free. There might be some areas dark enough that it's worth me using a torch. At one point in the beginning here, it will... Actually, I'll be handed a torch and told to. Actually, they may not have been attacking me, now that I see that there was something else for them to attack. Oops. Click on the spell icon at the bottom of the journal to bring up the magic tab. Yes, I know. And then you select it, etc., etc. So unfortunately, I might have killed rats that didn't need to die.
Oh, but you needed their meat.
Yeah, that's true. I can just harvest them for the sake of meat, because I am going to go for alchemy to help boost my magic. So in, what do you call it, Skyrim, I had a no mundane playthrough in which everything I used was magical. And eventually in that playthrough, I wasn't even going to use mundane skills. Here, I'm not going to be that strict about it here. But I am going to focus primarily on magic as how I play through the game, and that'll include not using mundane gear, even though I'll be willing to use mundane skills like, what do you call it, marksman, which is the bow, and then blade, which is attacking things with a blade, including axes. I think axes are blade, not blunt, because frankly they're axes. Right. So because of that, dang, he moved. Oh, I'm out of magicka. Okay. Ow. There we go. All right. That was a bit much. All right. So now that I know how that works... Nope. I broke the lockpick. Okay, but I can go like that. That locks it in place. Dang, alright. Yeah. So it's a bit of timing. Okay. Wow. Oh, good grief. Haha.
So maybe do the first one, or the middle one first, and then...
Mm-hmm. Don't know that it really matters which one I do, so long as it's making sure that it's still up when I hit it. There we go. Okay. So I don't know how many lockpicks I used up, but...
A few.
Yes. And I've lost my place about what I was talking about. I got distracted by the lockpicking. That figures. I do that quite a bit, unfortunately. Alright. Right, no mundane. So, I'm going to try and make casting my primary thing, including alchemy, so that's why I'm collecting resources, including rat meat, and will keep doing so as I travel and that kind of thing. When I played Morrowind, I ran all of the quests as a single character, and there were some quests that could not be run together. The various Great Houses quests, you have to... you can't join multiple Great Houses. So what I ended up doing was I ran one great house, reloaded, ran another great house, reloaded, etc. And that worked, I suppose. But instead of in Skyrim, what I did was I did 2 playthroughs. Here, I don't have to do 2 playthroughs. My understanding is there's no conflicts between the different quests and factions that are available, so you can do all the quests with a single character, so long as you do them in the correct order. Sometimes, like, there's some points where specific quests conflict, but not individual, what are they called? Not the factions themselves. So I'm gonna see if I can do this all as one character, which is why eventually I'll probably end up using multiple skills, not just, oh hey, a flawed ruby, not just magical skills, but I'm gonna focus on magical skills. And the way leveling works in Morrowind and Skyrim is about the same. It's a level by use thing, so the more you use an ability, the higher that ability's level is, or a skill, I guess I should say. And then the different skills are governed by different, okay? You can hotkey items and spells from your journal by holding down a number key and then clicking the item you want in that slot. Pressing this number while exploring will equip that item instantly. Yes, I know. So level by use, and then as you get levels in skills, your character level will go up. And then when your character level goes up, whoops, you get the opportunity to increase an attribute. You get 3 points to place in any attributes. Well, and you can place 1 point per attribute. And then based on how many like how your skills were leveled that brought you to leveling yourself, will determine whether or not you get bonuses to the attributes when you do that. So there's, and then the other thing, so that's what's the same about Morrowind. What's different about Morrowind is in Morrowind, the world stayed static as far as levels. The zones had characters of specific levels, and then as you progressed, you could outlevel zones so that you could come back to them and make them belted brays. Oh, okay. So that you could make them easier, and then you could move into zones. That goblin up ahead hasn't seen you yet. You may be able to sneak by him. To go into sneak mode, press left control. Notice that the crosshair changes to an eye while you are sneaking. If the eye is dim, no one can detect you. If the eye is bright, someone can detect you. And right now it's dim because his back is turned. So in Morrowind, everything, like the levels were fixed as far as a zone was concerned. Here in, dang it. Oh, good grief. Yeah, doing very poorly for aim. Here in Oblivion, though, the levels are scaled. So as you level, the monsters level, whether that means the type of monster changes to a harder monster, or the monsters get more health, that kind of thing. But because of that, if you play a certain way, it is, hey, you have found a mortal and pestle. Equip it to create potions or poisons from ingredients with like effects. Your alchemy skill will make your creations more powerful. Right. So that influences how the game works, in that if you do things wrong, quote unquote, it is possible to make the game world much more difficult based on how you leveled. When I get to the point where I pick my skills, I'll try and explain the mechanics of it a bit more. But basically, you know, I keep forgetting that it might be possible to kill him with the traps because of this tripwire, and I never try it fully. Oh, 30. But for now, I'll just leave that be. Okay. But yeah, I'll get more into that when I can show levels and kind of explain what that indicates. It's a little easier with a visual aid, but there's a dead rat. Did I go the wrong way? No, I had to... Okay, I feel like I did something weird there. Very easy chest again. There we go. More air. I should have just hit take all. Every now and then I forget to do that. Okay. And around here we have these guys. But I can push the logs, which Abby suggested the last time. And it was very effective. So I do appreciate that suggestion. Let's see here. Lockpicks. Okay. And iron arrow. You know what? I'll just loot all because an iron dagger is a positive ratio of stuff. Lockpicks again. So I'm coming out net positive on lockpicks even though I did poorly. So that at least is something. Okay. So back to questing and stuff. I'm not going to do the main quest first. I don't know what I am going... Like, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it. In Morrowind, I basically focused on one group of quests at a time. So I did the Mages Guild quests, the Thieves Guild quests, the Fighters Guild quests, all together. Now, what that ended up meaning was where quests went to the same place, I often had to go back where I had already been. So here, maybe that's what I'll do. But I may also do quests according to zone instead. I'm not sure. I'm leaning more towards that. I also didn't do a lot of side quests in Morrowind, which I feel like I missed some stuff. Whoop, shoot, he moved. Because side quests end up providing additional information about the world and lore. And it feels like, shoot, missing side quests is bad. So I don't want to... There we go. I don't want to risk missing out on pieces of information that could be there. I don't think I'm going to do a full playthrough. Like, I'm not going to try and find everything. I'm just going to try and be more... You have found a repair hammer. Equip it to repair your weapons and armor using your armorer skill. Damaged weapons and armor are less effective, so it is wise to keep them in good repair. Makes sense. Speaking of, though, because I'm talking about being a caster, etc., he did have a magical staff that does shock damage 5 points on target. Yay. So I will use that for now. So that said... now what I did in Morrowind is I had separate, what are they called? Playlists for the different factions, and I will probably keep that going. However, the main game will potentially be bouncing, or the main playlist will probably be bouncing between factions as time goes on. So if somebody wanted to see just one faction straight through, it'll be a matter of selecting that particular playlist, which will be interesting to kind of maintain. It'll be easier to maintain. It'll be more interesting trying to figure out how to direct people to that in time, but we'll see. All right. So that is a goblin den cleared out, basically. I don't remember whether that ends up being roughly the end of this section and now we move back in, or if there's a few more goblins. Want to say that ends up being roughly the end, but there could be some more rats if not goblins. Yeah, this is looking more... Yep, so that is the end of that, with one chest as an exception. Take all. And then this should lead to, yep, here's the point where we get back into looking like full construction.
Find a defensible spot and protect the Emperor until help arrives.
Help? What makes you think help will get here before more of those bastards? We need to get the Emperor out of here.
Show me what you've got.
And they came... Oh, I didn't try backtracking before. I hadn't even considered that. So that's the door that they went through. Okay.
Let me take a look around.
He might be working with the assassins.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us.
As you wish, sire.
Come closer. I'd prefer not to have to shout. They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand.
I'm not on good terms with the gods.
I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder, which sign marked your birth?
All right, so the different signs give different benefits and detriments. The apprentice ability confers a 100-point bonus to your magicka attribute, but gives you a 100% weakness to magic. And there's plenty of stuff in the world that does magic damage, so taking double damage doesn't sound fun. The Lady's Blessing confers bonus of 10 points to your willpower and endurance attributes. Willpower controls your magicka regeneration as a speed of percentage. So increasing willpower decreases the time it would take to go from 0% to 100% magicka. Whatever your 100% happens to be. So willpower isn't an increase of a flat number, it's an increase of the percentage. An increase of the percentage. Endurance controls hit points when you level, as well as some other things. Willpower will be useful for me, but I will be able to increase my willpower via skills and levels, and so I'm not going to go with a lady. The Mage ability confers a permanent bonus of 50 points to your magicka, which is nice. The Thief ability grants 10-point bonus to your agility, speed, and luck attributes. If I were trying to be a thief, that could be useful. The Atronach. With the Atronach ability, you don't regain magicka over time. Instead, you have a 50% spell absorption to recharge your magicka. Your base magicka is also increased by 150 points. There's plenty of stuff that casts magic and plenty of stuff that doesn't. So having that much of a hampering if you end up in a space where there's nobody casting at you to gain magic from seems like I don't like that. Anyway, the Lord, born under the Lord, gives you the Blood of the North lesser power to regenerate up to 90 points of health. However, you also gain the Trollkin Curse, a permanent 25% weakness to fire. So a free healing thing, like it's a lesser power, so you can use it more than once a day, could be useful for like a fighter or something, but not interested here. The Lover, use the Lover's Kiss power once a day to paralyze an opponent for 10 seconds at the cost of 120 points of fatigue. This one, I'm not real sure this is a great thing unless it's guaranteed and the thing can't resist it. Then maybe there's some boss fights where that would be really useful. But otherwise, once a day being able to paralyze something doesn't seem terribly wonderful. The Ritual, those born under the Ritual use the Mara's Gift power once a day as a powerful restore health spell. The Blessed Word can turn the undead. I'm going to guess that the Blessed Word is another once a day spell because it doesn't specify. The Serpent, gain the Serpent spell to cause a slow but potent poison on touch, while simultaneously curing yourself and dispelling magic on yourself. Casting this spell costs 100 points of fatigue. So a free cure and dispel magic would be very useful, I would expect, especially for a non-magic user. For this character, I don't expect it to be necessary. The Shadow, use the Moon Shadow power once a day to become invisible for 60 seconds. The Steed ability grants a bonus of 20 to your speed attribute, and speed is okay. It governs a few things, including, I think, no, marksman is agility, so speed is acrobatic, so it's just the speed at which you move. which is beneficial and has combat advantages. In my case, I'm not going to worry about it. The tower with the tower key power, once a day, open a door or container of average lock level or less. The tower warden reflects 5 points of damage for 120 seconds once a day. And then the warrior ability grants a bonus of 10 points to your strength and endurance attributes. So strength governs your carrying capacity as well as melee damage, and endurance, I already mentioned, governs the number of hit points you get as you level. So even though I'm going to be playing a caster class, all of the caster attributes, wisdom and intelligence, I can gain or increase via the normal skill ups that I would get anyway, whereas strength and endurance would require going out of my way to get them. So I'm going to take the 10 points in strength and endurance so that I have that slight benefit there. I'm still going to go probably for the glass cannon, so I'm not really going to try and increase them until I'm such a high level and so far along that I might as well be leveling those other skills instead. So are you sure you want to be born under the sign of the warrior? Yes.
The signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
Okay, what about me?
Your stars are not mine. Today the warrior shall prove a stalwart companion when fortune fades.
Okay. Can you see my fate?
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness. With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied.
Okay, but aren't you afraid to die?
No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
Okay, where are we going?
I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
Yep. Okay. Weak potion of sorcery. Why is nobody moving?
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
All right, who are the blades?
We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan.
Okay, and who is Uriel Septim?
My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it.
Well, that didn't answer my question, but that's fine.
Stick close and let us do our job, and you'll be all right.
Okay. And nothing but robes.
You know, if he's so certain that he's going to die, you'd think he would tell his guards to expect that.
Well, I mean, yes. I've had that thought. Why isn't he telling his guards that he's going to die anyway? Especially since maybe then he could save their lives, because another one dies here shortly. But maybe there's some, like, they might react poorly, basically, if he tells them that he's going to die. You know, try and do things to avoid it.
Watch your back, boys.
in danger!
And if his position is that the fates have dictated it's going to happen, then trying to avoid it would not be a good thing.
Yeah, because he's attacking with a sword.
I've still got my eye on you, prisoner.
Yeah, that's fine. You can have your eye on me. Okay. Did they drop anything worthwhile? Well, do they have anything worthwhile on them? Potions of sorcery, and no. Okay. Don't remember if I looted this guy. Well, either I did or he's empty now. Oh, hey, another chest with more potions. Awesome. Okay. I don't know if I can get back through this door.
Hold up.
No.
I don't like
need
this.
the key.
Let me take a look. almost through to the sewers.
Oh, that's a looks clear. Not seeing anything up there. This gate is barred from the other side. There is no way to open it from here.
Damn it! The gate is barred from the other side. A trap!
What about that side passage back there?
Worth a try. Let's go.
Okay, and this would be the side passage they were referencing.
It's a dead end. What's your call, sir?
They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
For the Emperor! Take them down!
Oblivion take you.
I can go no further. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find him, and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
And it won't let me move while that happens. Oops.
Oh, he did walk in front of your fire.
Yes.
And they
No.
put on robes.
Talos,
Okay.
save us. We failed. I failed. The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead. The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
The Emperor gave it to me.
Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septim. They see more than lesser men. The Amulet of Kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
I must take it to Joffrey.
Joffrey? He said that? Why?
There is another heir.
Nothing I ever heard about, but Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral.
How do I get there?
First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers.
Okay, the sewers?
There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced pilgrim. Am I right?
So, okay. You now must choose your class. The major skills of your class will start higher than your other skills. You will increase your level by raising these major skills. Okay, so he makes a suggestion, I think, based on how you play. Because last time he said I was a witch hunter, and actually it was pretty close to what I was going to be doing. Here, apparently I've used more security, maybe?
Yeah. Because you spent more time on the traps, I think.
Oh, yeah. I was doing more with lockpicking and lost a lot more lockpicks relative to what I did the last time I went through the tutorial. That makes sense. However, so you've got the major skills, and you have 7 major skills. There are also 7 attributes. So you can take 1 major skill per attribute if that's the way you want to do it, and it's what I'm going to end up doing. The way you level is to gain 10 points total across any number of major skills. So you could get 5 additional levels in security and 5 in block, and then you would level. Or you could get 10 in security, or you could get 3 in armor, 3 in blunt, 1 in light armor, etc. And then that would level you. So at your 10th leveling of a major skill since the last time you leveled, your character levels up. When your character levels up, you have the opportunity to put points in attributes. The number of points you get when you select an attribute is based on both the major and minor skills that you increased when you were leveling. So let's say I got 10 across the board in armor. Armor is controlled by endurance. When I leveled, I would be able to put 5 points in armor because I got 10 increases to armor. And that is the case, the number of increases you get for skills, and that can be across all 3 skills that are controlled by an attribute. It controls how many bonus points, you could say, you will get when you put a point in that skill or in that attribute. So, again, it's the same as the 10 here, right? I could split those 10 points evenly across all of the personality skills or endurance skills to be able to get that +5 bonus. And it's somewhere between 1 and 5. You can always put 1 point into an attribute. And then the max, if you get 10 skill ups, would be in skills governed by that attribute, would be a +5. And so there's something called efficient leveling, which I'm not going to be very clear about, very dedicated to. There we go. But I am going to try and use the system so that I don't get under-leveled and make the game harder for me than it needs to be. That said, I'm going to make a custom class. Now, choosing a specialization, the specialized skills get +10 and increase faster. Now, magic I'm going to increase anyway because I'm going to be using it all the time. So actually specializing in magic wouldn't be beneficial to me. Combat, I'm not going to use it very frequently. The only things in combat I care about potentially are blade and armor. Whereas stealth, I do care about marksman. The security skill and the sneak skill I also care about, and I'm not going to be using them as frequently, so having an increase to them will be beneficial to me and how I want to play. So I'm going to take stealth as my specialization. I know it's weird. I'm trying to play as a magic character and I'm selecting stealth as my specialization, but it's because I'm going to be using magic just all the time. Now choose your 2 favorite attributes. You gain 5 to each one. I'm going to use the same reasoning here that I did with the warrior sign. I'm going to take strength and endurance because I'm not likely to increase those early on, so I want as much benefit from them as I can at the start here. And I'll make up the loss of willpower and intelligence over time, so it won't be a major hindrance, I don't think. So if I say okay, now I choose my 7 major skills. Acrobatics is increased by jumping, so I can control acrobatics by choosing not to jump. Alchemy is an intelligence based, and so I do want to increase my intelligence. Alchemy is probably going to be my early trigger for when I level, because with alchemy you can control whether or not you gain those skills the same as you can with acrobatics. So that's a good one to go with. Blade I'm going to go with just because I do want something that's strength based, and I prefer blade to blunt, and I don't want to wear heavy armor. I don't want to wear heavy armor in part because when you wear heavy armor, it is a detriment to your casting. Light armor is as well, but it's less of one. And I'm not trying to play a tanky character at all at this point. Then I am also going to select Armorer. It is governed by endurance, and so hopefully I can use that to get myself some endurance increases when it's finally time to do so. I'm going to use Restoration as one of them. It is governed by Wisdom, which is the same thing as Destruction, so I might end up balancing my increases between Restoration and Alchemy and that kind of thing, so I'll just need to pay attention. Acrobatics I already mentioned. Marksman is going to be my one for agility, because the other ones governed by agility are sneak and lockpicking. Security is what it's called. And I want to be able to sneak and lockpick at will. I don't want to have to be worried about those resulting in me leveling before I'm ready. I can choose when I'm going to shoot an arrow. That's not going to be hard. And then Speechcraft. Speechcraft you only increase when you play a particular minigame when interacting with NPCs. So Speechcraft is very easy to control when it's leveled, and personality has its primary influence over the game is costs. So reduce cost of what you buy and better gold back. So leveling it's not going to be a critical thing for me at all. And if at some point I feel like increasing my speechcraft, it will be easy to go through the process of doing so. All right, so enter a name for your custom class. I'm going to name my custom class the same thing as my character, because frankly, I don't know that I would ever use it on any other character. Create the Thel Dr'og class. Yes. All right, and then I have to actually select it now that I've created it. Yes.
I wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give you any trouble.
Okay, so after the sewers, then what?
You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it?
No, please explain more.
Take it easy. You'll be fine. I know this is a lot to take in all at once. No one's more surprised than me that I'm sending an escaped prisoner off with the Amulet of Kings. But the Emperor trusted you for a reason, and I trust the Emperor. The Amulet of Kings must get to Joffrey at Wayne Priory. He'll know what to do with it. Joffrey should know how to find the heir the Emperor spoke of. The amulet must reach Emperor Uriel's heir so a new emperor can be crowned.
All right, what about you? What will you do?
I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body and make sure no one follows you. You'd better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
All right, so now I have the Deliver the Amulet quest. I do wonder if... sackcloth sandals. That's interesting. I do wonder if there is a gold. Quests for the blades. I don't remember.
Leave the Emperor in peace.
Okay, so you can't loot the Emperor. He tells you not to touch his, or to leave the Emperor in peace. That's fair. All right, now one of the things I want to try is, now that I have a key, can I come back here and go back to the door? No, because this gate won't open. That's right. Ah, well, okay. So there was a door back there that said it required a key, but it was on the other side of that door, so I'm not sure. Maybe eventually you come back in here. Like, maybe you can eventually get there and get through. Door opened with Barris's key. Okay. Moving right along into the sewers. So it's been kind of a long video, but when you get to the end of the sewers, there's an opportunity to adjust and verify all of your settings. So I want to get at least to there before I end this. I've been trying to do shorter videos, around half an hour at the most, because OBS Studio, oh wow, I missed. When it gets too long, ends up losing, what is it? It ends up resulting, losing synchronization. So audio and video are desynchronized, but that is an old problem that I don't know if it's still ongoing or not. It may be. I guess we'll somewhat see, because this is a longer video, and when I'm editing, maybe I'll be able to tell whether or not it has adjusted. I'm hoping I will, but we'll see. Oh, come on. Crap. There we go. That works. I don't think there's anything up here I need to worry about. I'm going to go and check anyway. Oh, this is potentially the way out. So there is something up here I need to worry about. Which means before I worry about it, I'm going to come down and do other stuff. I already looted the rat. Because there were things to loot on that side, and I want to make sure I get everything I can coming out of here so that I have a good starting gold set. And a good set of resources for alchemy as well, because that's going to be a concern. All right, I think shields were... Yeah, shields are good money. relative to weight. Swords are not. Garlic, silver nugget definitely is. And that's something else that I'm not sure of. In Skyrim, you had blacksmithing. So raw materials like silver and iron you could use to turn into materials with the blacksmith skill, but there is no blacksmithing skill in Morrowind. So I don't know if you get the opportunity to use those things via NPCs, or if the raw materials are just sellable, because in Morrowind, those raw materials were all for alchemy. So it's just going to be interesting to figure out exactly how this stuff ends up working together. Okay. And I am pretty sure that this is the end, and at the end of this hallway is where this ends. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to save it so that I don't have to go through that to... No, cancel, return. So that I don't have to go through the tutorial again, because here I click on this, it says, before exiting the sewers, you may revise your character, but I'm happy with my character, so I'm going to finish and exit the sewers. All right, and that is the introduction and tutorial to Morrowind, or Oblivion tutorial. The red arrow, oh, quest completed, okay. The red arrow on your compass shows the direction of Wayne Priory. You can walk there by following your compass, or use your world map to travel there directly. Or you can set off in any direction and begin exploring the world on your own. Good luck. All right, so I'm going to save it here so that I'm not overriding my... Whoops. Okay, that's not what I meant to do, but it works. I'm going to save it there so I'm not overriding my skip the tutorial save, and I will continue on in Oblivion in the next video. Thanks all. Hello all, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button below. You can also subscribe to the channel by clicking the channel image in the center of the video. For more of this video series, to the left is a link to the full playlist. For more videos from this channel, to the right is a recommendation from the algorithm. Thanks all.